What is the fastest way to get more streams on Spotify and Apple Music? What's going on, guys? This is Omari giving you more no-nonsense music marketing advice. If you're not subscribed already, click that subscribe button so you can get updates on new information from us. So I'm gonna hop right in. There's a few different teachings out there. Some people try to charge for a course with this stuff. We're pretty much just gonna throw it out there for free, not to blow up anybody's spot, but there's two main ways to get more plays on Spotify. Actually, I take that back. There's about three, but two of them are kind of the same thing. So one way to try and get more plays on Spotify in particular, and we'll get to Apple Music, but Spotify in particular, is trying to get on their officially curated playlist. Now, their officially curated playlist, they own. Their employees at Spotify review some songs that you can submit to them via your Spotify for Artists app, and you have the chance of getting on to some of those officially curated Spotify playlists. Now, there's a few pros and cons of that. Obviously, if you submit and you get on some of them, it is free. So you have the opportunity to get on some officially curated Spotify playlists for free. The bad side of that is you have no control over if they're going to place you or not. Sometimes they'll put you on whatever playlist they feel like, and you don't know how long they're going to keep you on there for. It might just be on there for a few days, like over a weekend or something like that, which we have seen happen. We've seen people get on some playlists with maybe a couple 100,000 followers, and they were on there for about a weekend. And they did get on there for free, so you can't really complain. Beggars can't be choosers, but it wasn't on there that long. And at the end of the day, the artist is not in control of that. So the other route that people take is trying to get on independent Spotify playlists. Now, you can reach out to some of these playlist curators for free, but a lot of artists have done this, and they found that it's not that effective. Honestly, independent curators with big lists get hit up by hundreds and hundreds of artists. And eventually, somebody has to come to a point where they're saying, I can't spend 8 hours of my day listening to all this music for free. So if I spent 8 hours of my time, I'd want to be compensated somehow. I'd come up with some sort of consultation fee or, listening fee and all this other stuff. So there's websites all around. We're obviously one of them that has a system in place where you can submit to curators efficiently. You can submit to a pool of them all at once, and the company will sort out your campaign for you and try and get you on to playlists that are relevant to your music. Now, again, an artist can see this as both good and bad. The good side of that is you get to save a lot of your own time. You don't have to go searching for all these curators. You don't have to spend hours and hours trying to find people that will just listen to your music and only give you feedback, but won't put you on the playlist. When a service does it, they're usually trying to continue working on it until they get you placed somewhere. So that's what you're paying for. You're paying for their time, their expertise, all the efficiency of the service. You're paying for all of that just so you don't have to go and spend all these hours and hours that a bunch of other artists have spent and then not landed on any playlist themselves. The other side of Spotify playlisting is that it is not the best for niche genre promotion. So you can get a lot more streams, but if you want to get, let's say you make dream pop, and that's a very specific genre, and you're trying to find only dream pop listeners, Spotify playlisting is not the best place for that. So we've done promotion for thousands and thousands of artists, and this is probably one of the areas that people get the most confused on. Whenever you order Spotify playlists, you're being put into lists that if you get accepted, you're trying to be put into lists that do feature your genre of music, but your exact title of the genre might not be in the title of the list. So let's say you do, hard rock music, or even the list you get on might not say hard rock. It might just be rock, or it might be a workout playlist. Or it might be, if it sounds like it'll fit on top of his playlist, it might go on the top of his playlist. Like, all of these things are viable options when you're getting a Spotify playlisting service. So again, it is not trying to get niche genre matching on it. It's trying to get broad genre matching. which is more of an affinity audience, which we talked about in other videos. An affinity audience is kind of like a TV audience in a lot of cases, where you're still trying to get it in front of the best listeners, but you understand that maybe not every single person is going to be hip to my music. If you wanted to get like really niche genre focused, the best place to do that is with YouTube views. Because think about it. You can get in front of somebody searching for a specific song on YouTube. Whereas if you're doing Spotify or even Instagram or Facebook advertising, you cannot get in front of people searching for a specific song. So we have to explain this to artists all the time, because not everybody sits around and thinks about marketing things like this, like we do. So we have to explain it, and that's why we make videos like this that are helpful for people to think through things. And as I just mentioned a little bit ago, the other way to try and get traffic, which this one can apply to Apple Music too, is trying to shoot over traffic from Facebook and Instagram advertising. Now, this can get a little tricky, and there are some subtle differences, but we'll try our best to explain them. When you're shooting over traffic from Facebook and Instagram advertising to Spotify or Apple Music, a couple things happen. You do know that when somebody clicks on the link, that they would be interested in your music. So you're going to get a higher save rate or save ratio whenever you're doing this. But you're typically going to get less streams than when you went with playlist promotion versus the Facebook or Instagram advertising. So let's say that I'm sending traffic from Instagram to Spotify. I'm getting 25 cents per click in, top primary countries like United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, so on and so forth. Now, 25 cents per click is a pretty good rate when you're in those countries for people who would be interested in your music. If you're getting lower, you can sometimes get lower than that on Facebook versus Instagram, but we've found that the traffic from Facebook, particularly for music, might be a little less favorable than Instagram. Not that we wouldn't go with it, but usually Instagram has like the best traffic for music that we found across hundreds of thousands of dollars of ad spend. Facebook is really good for products. If you're selling a product like a t-shirt, live show tickets, those sorts of things, Facebook is definitely good for that. But in terms of just trying to acquire new listeners, we probably recommend Instagram, because you can serve more of your organic post to your audience on Instagram, because there is no Instagram fan pages. They're just Instagram pages. Now, to go back to our 25 cents per click example, let's say that's 4 clicks per dollar. And if you spent $77, which is our lowest promotion option on our website for Spotify promotion, that would be 77 times 4. So we got about 308. That's 308 plays that you would get for a pretty good rate for the clicks. And that's low on the scale of plays that you would get for a playlist promotion. In fact, usually, our low end of our range for that option is about 500 plays, and the top end would get about 5,000 plays for that promotion. Now, some people may go above and beyond that. It'd be rare, but some people may. So the only way to get costs down a lot of the times is you can definitely come up with different creatives, which is just how your ad looks and how it interacts with your audience. Or you can also try different locations, like shooting over to different countries. That will get your ad costs down some. But it's still usually going to be more expensive to drive the traffic there versus doing the Spotify playlisting. And you can also shoot this traffic over to Apple Music. Just the problem with that is a lot of times it's not a perfect science. Whenever you're trying to target Apple Music listeners on Facebook or Instagram ads, it's still going to be some people that have Spotify on it. So what you can do a lot of the times is have a smart link that goes to either service, and people can just kind of pick their option. But at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind that it's probably going to be more expensive that way. They're going to be targeted. They're going to be interested in your music, but it's a more expensive route. So if anything, you probably want to use some of both. Like, you want to know that I can send some traffic over from Facebook and Instagram, but also you have to keep in mind that when your plays are lower, when somebody first goes to the song, there's a perception. So if it's on the Spotify playlist, they don't see the plays right away. They're just hearing the songs, they hit the shuffle button or they hit the play button on the playlist, and if something plays and they like it, they just hit the save button. But if somebody's showing up directly to the song on the desktop app, whenever you're shooting traffic over from Facebook and Instagram, and it has lower plays, it's a vanity thing, but it's still real that if none of your songs have plays, they don't think that your channel is very active. Like, they don't think that a lot of activity is going on, thus their perception of you might be different. So these are just things to keep in mind whenever you're trying to get more streams on Spotify. All of these methods do work. They should all be used, but you have to play the strategy in determining when to use which option. And so if you need promotion, we have these options available. We don't have, obviously, the official Spotify curated playlists available, but we do have both playlist pitching, and we run custom Facebook and Instagram ads management for artists. So you can click the button in or around this video somewhere in the description and the pinned comment at the top of the comment section, and you can select your option, and you have a professional agency do these for you so that you can see the optimized difference between all these different options. So click that button, also hit the subscribe button, and share this video with another musician so that they can get help too. Catch you guys in the next video.